Hello all and welcome back. I hope you're doing really well. Man, I am excited and I hope you're all excited too. Hedera is still doing great things and we are getting ever closer as the days roll on to staking, DApps and DeFi. This is going to be monumental for the ecosystem in general and I hope you're all ready. Tons of stuff to cover again in today's video to do with staking, DApps and DEXs over on the ecosystem. Looking at the price action recently of Hedera or HBAR, we're roughly down 2.5% on the day. If we just kind of look at the 7-day chart though, we've had a serious amount of price appreciation, and that's as things are starting to heat up in the altcoin space in general. We're looking more and more likely we're moving towards an altcoin season, as I've touched on in the last couple of videos. And I'll stress this again, the timing for this is uncanny. Hedera's ecosystem in general is looking to take the next leg of its journey as we start seeing this app integration side of things and total value locked become a metric that's appointable to Hedera in general. And then on top of that, if altcoin season's around the same sort of time, the markets are going to get fairly frothy and we're going to see lots of additional capital spreading out, and Hedera may end up being a target location for a lot of retail investors as things get interesting, especially as we start seeing NFT projects come online. That will drive growth in the ecosystem. Staking in general for longer term players in the market is obviously a big deal and important, so that also helps to draw capital into the markets. And then we've got the DEXs as well on top of that, and the other projects like incubators. Obviously this allows new projects to launch and people to buy those tokens, and you kind of get the ball rolling effectively. So absolutely big news in general anyway there. That being said, obviously I'm just continuing to fill my bag, so to speak, of HBAR, Dovu, Quant, XRP, XLM. I'm still just averaging into those positions continually. I think some of the projects that we'll see do very well will obviously be things on the Hedera ecosystem, so it may be worth picking up some Dovu tokens or Jam tokens if you're interested in the Hedera ecosystem anyway. Other than that, I'll just continue stacking HBAR. May also end up picking up some Source whenever that goes live, as well as I am claiming it via my NFT rewards. Check out the previous video on the channel if you guys are interested in picking up some of those NFTs. Some really cool perks and utility from them anyway. Flicking over, looking at this video from Stader recently just launched. It's a UI video showing how to utilize their platform and what it's going to look like. Very interesting, so I'll kind of let this play out for you guys. Just want to pause it here because this is the really amazing part of this video so far that we've seen. Now obviously this could just be a development version of the tool before it goes live, and this APY may not be correct. However, from my previous videos where we explored some information from the Stader team, they were talking about competitive staking rewards, and that was looking around 10%, but currently it looks like on their development platform that they've got a 15% APY sat there currently. You saw there as well the wallet integration side of things, so we saw Hashpack as being one of the main wallets, as I've been telling you guys anyway. You guys really ought to have a Hashpack wallet if you're doing this. We can see that the staking interface is very similar to what we've seen in other ecosystems. You effectively connect your wallet, you enter the HBAR that you're going to want to stake, you validate the transaction on the wallet. It can say it's done effectively. The 100 HBAR in this instance has been staked to the network, and it's that simple. Job done effectively. And then we can see here the HBARX token then keeps gaining value over time as the rewards get accumulated. And then the general idea being is that when unstaking comes around in July for this platform, you'll unstake your tokens, which then will convert the HBARX back into HBAR tokens natively for you guys. Really fantastic stuff, and we are literally within sort of 10 days or so, maybe a couple of weeks from the launch of this platform, and I'll be dropping videos immediately as soon as it goes live showing you guys how to use this and all the nuances to do with it. I am also having a brief conversation with Stader to see if we can provide any more information to you guys, which is also fantastic. Something else talking about staking, literally within the last 20 hours or so over on GitHub, we can see that 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗦 or 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗦𝗦 effectively has just pushed or wants to merge one commit into the master for the 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗦 staking mechanism. And this is more of a documentation piece talking about the HIP for staking. There is tons of information in here, so I can't cover it all in today's video. However, I will leave this link down in the description. But it talks about the motivation and rationale of how staking can effectively secure the network, and it also goes into some of the complex details as to how these HIP packages will help function and facilitate staking over on the Hedera network. It is a very interesting read, and there's some little nuances in here. So we can see here rewards and stuff. So changes made to the account, for example, you've got stake nodes and account nodes, decline rewards, and stake to me during the auto renew period of a staking turn. That has its balance change effectively, and the balance is updated, so it facilitates the staking in quite a familiar way to most other networks. There is some more questions and FAQ at the bottom of this, but it's really interesting to see that they are looking to push the HIPs out, obviously in line with their Q2 for staking wide functionality on Hedera. Again, mega bullish. Flicking over, if we look at SAUCERSWAP Labs, they've got a couple of new tweets which are really interesting. A pinned tweet recently from the 24th of March. They've been talking about how they've not accepted VC funding, which is venture capital, and opting instead to be a protocol owned by the community. SAUCERSWAP Labs is not and will never be beholden to key stakeholders, but rather to the community as a whole. This makes our path ahead direct, transparent, and accountable. The team over at SAUCERSWAP Labs is absolutely brilliant. They are very engaged with the community, and they do listen to what is happening, and I'm very excited to see them launch. As I've been saying probably since back in January time when I first came across SAUCERSWAP, they will be the first DEX, or fully functioning DEX with good features over on Hedera, and this will be a massive milestone for the network in general as soon as they go live. I've also covered in recent and previous videos how they've mentioned they are just waiting for this HIP functionality finalization in order for them to basically complete all the necessary smart contracts and back-end code to ensure that they can go through to audits before launch. Obviously, from that previous webpage I just showed you, Lehman and the team are pushing out the HIPs for staking, and it's high on their agenda, and there's obviously other HIPs for the smart contracts as well to finalize this. So really, really, really bullish. Another tweet here as well from SAUCERSWAP talking about across the board Hedera and Hashpack app have been wonderful to collaborate with, and we are excited to deliver. Well guys, I'll say this, you're not the only ones excited to deliver. I think the whole of the Hedera community is excited for you guys to deliver as well, as it's going to be absolutely amazing. Really interesting tweet here as well from Nick, obviously Encash official, talking about the shift from banning crypto to adopting crypto is happening rapidly. Again, this is something that I've been covering as a macro piece on quite a few of my videos now, talking about all of these big institutions and governments rapidly shifting their thought process over the last sort of 3 to 4 years. You look at headlines back in 2017 and 2018, many figures, be governmental or influential, turning around and saying that crypto is completely worthless, it will go to zero, it adds no value, it's a Ponzi scheme, all of this, to now them saying we're opening up blockchain divisions within these companies, we're looking to invest, we've got venture capital backing of these projects, governments looking to incorporate CBDCs to either supplement or replace fiat currencies. You've got countries like El Salvador completely legalizing it. There is just so much going on in the crypto space at the moment, and it's a massive shift. We could even say this is a paradigm shift towards cryptocurrency in general and the features blockchain or Hashgraph can bring to the table. So really bullish stuff. Talking about CBDCs as well, the Bank of England has just reached an agreement with MIT for a 12-month research project on central bank digital currencies. Again, really bullish in terms of this. Don't forget the UK, albeit small, is one of the sort of top 5 or 6 economies in the world by GDP. This would be a massive milestone if we saw one of these top 10 OECD countries roll out a CBDC, as it just shows the sheer scale of crypto adoption and that it's here to stay. Another project, obviously, that I've covered on the channel several times and I'm very excited for is DeadPixels. Really interesting sort of NFT style ghost they posted here with a duck on top. Really interesting. I love the kind of art style and the team over there. But some more information on this being that some of the key members of the team have mentioned that the release of DeadPixels as a project may be much sooner than we think, potentially within the next couple of weeks. So then again, this just adds to those all those list of projects that are releasing on Hedera over the coming weeks, all timing up nicely with altcoin season. So again, something to keep your eyes peeled on. As soon as something goes live, I will be showing you guys how you can participate. As far as we're all aware at the moment, the launch will be on 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗞𝗦, so I will probably release a video on how to navigate and use 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗦 in anticipation for the launch of DeAdPixels. Incredibly bullish on that as well. Something that I've covered on the channel again recently is another Hedera ecosystem DEX, and it's Tangent. So notice some good comments are rolling over the Hedera community streets about our DEX video. Let us know what you like the most. So again, I showed this before, but this Tangent app is effectively a DEX as well. It'll be interesting to see what their timeline is looking like, but I still probably think that SAUCERSWAP will be around one of the first to launch. I think these guys are also backed or working with Hedera Starter, naturally Hedera Starter being an incubator, so really bullish on that as well. Obviously had Connor on the channel a couple of times and obviously did a live stream with the guys. Really cool team with a massive vision, and they are executing that perfectly. One of the last things I wanted to round off the video with, like we normally do, is another sort of commercial use case of the Hedera ecosystem or Hashgraph in general, and that's SEUN. So SEUN is an IoT or Internet of Things device that monitors water data. Think of it as a security system specifically created to keep the balance and prolong the life of large infrastructure mechanisms that rely on water. So what industries does SEUN serve? Particularly interested in working with hospitals, large building systems, cooling towers, well systems, and other related industries. However, SEUN is fully customizable and can monitor virtually any liquid. So immediately my mind jumps to things like petroleum and crude. So how things get spun off from that. You know, you've got the diesel layers, kerosene, petrol, for example. Very interesting to see how this could be incorporated into a massive industry. Like the fuel industry, not just water. And then we use the power of Hedera Hashgraph, the trust layer of the internet, to provide the most secure, stable, and fast data management system, mitigating any fraudulent activity to this precious resource. Our process is GDPR compliant and is positively reshaping the way data is currently managed. We are helping to put trust back where it belongs. Dr. Lehman's vision is fruitful. Rounding up the video completely, just a sort of, I guess, word of warning almost about Coinbase, and it's been posted by the Coin Bureau, so Guy over there, fantastic channel, lots of information from him. But it seems as if Coinbase is taking these FATF recommendations to heart, tracking where and who you could send your crypto to in certain countries. Could they ever roll this out globally? 100% they could. And it says here, you know, Coinbase will soon begin tracking crypto transactions off its exchanges in Canada, Singapore, and Japan. This is not, you know, very good news in general for the crypto markets, as some of the use cases of crypto is effectively to bring back elements of decentralization and privacy. You know, them as an exchange tracking all of this information, naturally a lot of it due to regulation, is not the best thing in the world. And you know, the old phrase here rings true: not your keys, not your crypto. So I urge any of you, if you are using these exchanges which are putting in these measures, it may be worth either utilizing some wallets or a ledger if you can do so, to make sure that you fully have control of your cryptocurrencies and it cannot be locked up or blocked by any of these exchanges once you've facilitated those payments. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you're subscribed. Obviously, we hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone and we're looking to hit the next bunch of milestones. There's a lot more content coming on this channel. Like I said, I'm reaching out to these projects and trying to get as much information for you guys, so we are the first to know about anything that's going live. I will remain 100% bullish on the Hedera ecosystem. I think we are in for one hell of a ride, and I hope you'll all be there with me to enjoy the journey. Cheers, guys, for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.